He told everyone I ruined his life, and maybe he's right. Maybe I did. But before you judge me, understand this, I warned him. I begged him. And when he broke into my apartment holding the only thing I ever loved, I realized something horrifying. Some people don't stop until you make them. My name is Owen, and according to the calendar, I turned 18 a few months ago. At least, I was supposed to. But the truth? It never really felt like I crossed that line into adulthood, because my parents made sure that the moment I'd been dreaming about, my first real taste of freedom, never actually belonged to me. I grew up in a house where the universe didn't revolve around the sun. No, it revolved around my older brother, Caleb. He was only 2 years ahead of me, but you'd think he descended from the stars themselves the way everyone talked about him. The chosen one. The prodigy. The future doctor who would change the world one patient at a time. My mom could be talking about the weather and somehow, within 15 seconds, she'd turn the conversation into, "Did you know Caleb stayed after class once to help his biology teacher? He's so compassionate." She said it like she wanted applause. My dad? Same thing. Caleb breathed and the man looked ready to frame the air he exhaled. And then there was me. The quiet kid. The one who liked drawing in sketchbooks, reading thick fantasy novels, and saving up for art supplies the way other kids saved for game consoles. I didn't mind being low-key. Not at first. But after years of watching them treat Caleb like the family trophy and me like the packing peanuts the trophy came in, yeah, it started to burn. When Caleb earned an A, we went out for steak. When I earned an A, I got a pat on the shoulder and, "Good job, buddy," before they went right back to discussing his future like I wasn't sitting there breathing the same air. I kept telling myself, it's fine. Not every kid gets the spotlight. But it's hard to ignore the shadows when you live in them. At 16, I spent months working evenings at a tiny grocery store, stacking cans until my wrists went numb. I saved every single dollar until I finally bought a used guitar. It wasn't fancy, old wood, a couple scratches, but to me it was a dream I could hold. I showed my mom, practically vibrating with excitement, waiting for something, anything, encouraging. She barely glanced at it before saying, "That's nice, but you should focus on something practical. Like your brother." There it was. The sentence. The one that carved itself into my ribs and stayed there, like your brother. I heard it in my sleep. I heard it every single time I tried to imagine a future that belonged to me. Still, I behaved. I kept working. I never caused trouble. I kept imagining that turning 18 would change everything. That maybe, just maybe, they'd have to see me differently. I even planned my own small birthday dinner at my favorite diner. Nothing over the top, just friends and burgers and a milkshake with extra whipped cream. But 2 days before my birthday, I saw the look. My mom only made that face right before she said something that would sting. We were in the living room. Caleb was stretched across the couch, scrolling through his phone like a prince lounging in his castle. "Owen," she began. "We've been thinking, maybe it's best if you don't do a big celebration this year." I blinked. "A big celebration? Mom, it's literally dinner. I'm paying for it myself." She sighed like I had just suggested we host a party on Mars. "It's not about the money. It's just, your brother's been feeling a little down."